Are we rolling? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? Your boy McKinley Crane here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie that started it all. By it all, I mean the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. It started what is now not only a movie series, but there have been some MCU shows too. Most of which have been great. Anyway, if you'll just allow me to think for a little, 3 seconds or whatever, I'll start reviewing. Okay, so when this movie came out back in 2008, it was critically acclaimed. The audiences loved it, and it was like a career started for Robert Downey Jr. And by the way, this is a spoiler-free review. Oh, and let's get one thing straight. I've seen all of the MCU movies. All of them. I've just never gotten around to reviewing them. Well, I've reviewed some of them, but I haven't had much time to review them all, if you know what I mean. But now, since we're in quarantine, I have all the time in the world. So, let's get started. I mean, I know I've already reviewed some MCU movies on my channel, but, I haven't reviewed them all, even though I've seen them all. And I have a very, a very rich opinion of, this one in particular. For most of them, I have a very rich opinion about. Anyway, but this one is this MCU movie is in my top 5 MCU movies, so yeah, so that's why I want to review this one right now. Oh, and it was just the first one. It was the first MCU movie ever. You guys probably already know that. So I decided, why not, review the MCU movies that I haven't reviewed, starting with the oldest, Anyway, this movie is just a gem. It's amazing, and it's a perfect movie. It's fun. It was a career started for Robert Downey Jr., who had drug problems before this, and his career wasn't looking too good. He'd been in movies, but a lot of them had gotten low scores on Rotten Tomatoes. And then this just changed the game for him, and it was great. Anyway, this movie tells the story of Iron Man, and it's great. I mean, it's funny. The action scenes are great. CG's great. Still holds up today. Even though the movie's 12 years old now. I think so. I just love this movie. I'm nostalgic for this movie. I just love it. I saw this movie a while ago. It wasn't the first MCU movie I watched. But, I still loved it, and, it was great. It's a 10 out of 10 movie for me, 100%, 100 out of 100. The cast is fantastic. The villain is, in my opinion, very great, and, I can't say who the villain is, because that would be a spoiler. I'm going to be doing a spoiler review of this soon. But he's great. I like the chemistry between Pepper and Tony in this movie. I think the whole story is great, and I think that Robert Downey Jr. is just the perfect fit for Iron Man. This started a legacy. This movie is a legacy. This movie is great. It's worth your watch. It's a 100% out of 100 for me. It's a perfect movie. I know a lot of movies I've reviewed, I've said have been perfect movies, but they seriously are. I mean, this movie is it's very important. Without this movie, there would be no MCU. Well, there would probably be no MCU, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, without this movie, there would be no MCU. Well, there would probably be no MCU, if you know what I'm saying, but anyway, I love this movie, and I always will. I love it. And it's just so awesome, Anyway, I just love the cast. I mean, I know that the guy who played Rhodey in this one isn't as good as Don Cheadle, who played Rhodey in the later ones, but who cares? He was still good. And this one has a better story than the other Iron Man ones, Iron Man movies. So this is my favorite Iron Man movie. I just love this movie, and I always will. And I think that the Iron Man suit is just flat out awesome. It looks good, it looks cool, the CG really stands out on the suit, and it's awesome. Anyway, like I said before, this is a 100% movie, 100 out of 100, A+. Anyway, like, subscribe, join the notification squad, and comment down below what you thought of this movie. I will return.